Hey everyone, welcome back to the shop. Gorilla Guitar Repair here. Let's see what we got today. Oh, it's a chainsaw case. Ooh, wonder what it is. It's obviously a later one without the horrible plastic latches. These are only slightly less horrible, but here, let's open her up. Ooh, look at that. Too bad it's leftastic. But yeah, this looks like a Les Paul Deluxe. I think it's an 81, I believe is what it said, but we'll double check. But yeah, this here Les Paul Deluxe came in kind of in this condition. Pretty sure all those frets are going to need to be replaced. They're really low and flat and worn and uneven. So yeah, let's get this over to the bench and get into it. All right, see ya. Okay, let's get her over here. Give you guys the official flyover. But first, power on vintage lumens generator with custom red subscribe button. Nailed it. You guys do the same. We're over 7,000 people. That is super cool. Now let's check out this. It almost looked, it might have been refinned. We might have to take this in the bathroom. Do a little black lighting, which is probably the worst place to do black lighting, but that's the only room we have that can be totally dark. Really dark, dude. Ugh, look at the, ew, look at the neck. It's got like chunks missing. Eee, that's why it kind of makes me think it's been refinned or touched up or something. We're gonna have to see. We gotta blacklight this thing. Oh, and look at that. It's a second. My Explorer is a second also. I wonder what the original second class, why they originally called it a second. Really hard to tell now. Usually it's something cosmetic, but this thing is obviously very, very dinged and dented and scratched and scraped and cracked and it's weird. You can see like grain lines going this way or checking going both directions. I bet this thing's being refinished. All right. Now I'm curious enough. We got to go find out. Where's my light? Where's my light? We're all mixed up here. I got to find my right stuff. Pause. Okay. Let's bring this into the bathroom with us. We're gonna check. I had to put a stand in here, and I couldn't do it with. Here we have Marilyn. Hi, Marilyn. And that off. And we're going to close the door. All right, ready? Don't get scared. And there we go. All right. Well, that looks okay. Maybe it hasn't been refinned. It's just really beat up. Yeah, actually, those knobs look good. Let's spin it around. All right. Huh. I think there's been some like touch up, I guess. Yeah, it looks like there's some touch up there, but otherwise, I don't think it's been refinned. All right, well, now let's take it out of the bathroom before this gets weird. Okay, hold on. Turn our lights back on. I'll just open the door. There we go. This is the exciting content you guys get. Guitars in bathrooms. We'll leave that in there in case somebody wants to play guitar while they're in there. Have a place where they can set it down. All right, so now that we've determined that the finish probably is original other than the possibly touch up on the back of the neck. All right. Okay, so look at these frets. Here, zoom in. These are really very flat, giant divots there, chip in the board. Ooh, it's missing a chunk. Wow, how did that happen? That's not like a fingernail mark. That's like somebody peeled a piece of wood out. Well, maybe I'll fill that. I don't know. But yeah, these frets are in really terrible condition. Pretty sure we're going to do a refret on it. There's only little teeny tiny nibs anyway, so don't get all upset about the nibs. Inlays look like they're shrunken but not falling out yet. Often they do. Give it the air gun test here in a second. See what happens. That's where you really figure it out. Yeah, they all stayed. D'Angelico, if you do that to their inlays, their modern stuff, half of them will blow right out of the neck. Almost every single one we have to at least glue down like a corner or something. Wow, these don't even fit right at all. All right, well, let's take a look under the hood, see if the electronics look like they've been messed with. The pickups look original. Let's take a look, see if anything's been going on in there. Wait, ready? Trigger warning. For all the weenies that get all butthurt when I use a power drill on a guitar. Okay. There we go. Oh, that's different. Little ground wire there for that, because I think this, do they still not send a ground wire to their bridge studs? Some of them don't from this era, and often I will do that just to make it so it's less noisy, but they might have grounded it to the pickups themselves. Sometimes they do that. That could be an add-on. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that ground wire an add-on, or is that factory? Kind of that solder blob looks not factory, but not new either. As long as we have it open, oops, spray out all this stuff. Probably needs it. And these guitars aren't super rare, but the lefty versions probably are. And also to find one without being, humbuckered. These things got for a while were pretty cheap compared to other Les Pauls, and you could get them and then put a and then just route it out. So a lot of people did that. Let's see if these will come out. And for this, I am going to use a regular screwdriver because sometimes these are very stripped and I don't want to damage anything. Oh no, it's coming right out. Good. Okay. All right, we can go back to the power tool. There we go. Yeah, it looks pretty original. Got the August 9th. Ooh, can we see it? 19. Oh man, let's see if I can zoom in even more. 19. Oh, we might have a mistake because that definitely says 1970, not 1980. Let's check the other pickup. I wasn't going to take it out, but now I want to see. So I'm pretty sure the tag on this says it's an 81. And it may not be. Oh, okay. Oh, I really can't see that one. Can you get... Oh, I think the adhesive wore it off. don't think we can. I don't see any on this one. All right, I guess we could check a pot. But that looks like 1977. Yeah, let's lean towards 77 because both those numbers look like they were tilted back. I'm gonna say that's just 1977. So this could be a 77, not a, what did they say? Yeah, the tag says this is an 81, but that may not be correct. All right. Interesting. See if I can get, oh, you guys didn't see any of that because you're still on zoomed in mode. I'm going to try to get a picture of that right there. There we go. All right, now let's zoom back out. Zoom out. There. Now you can see things. Okay. I don't know if I want to take this completely apart and buff it all out or leave it kind of gross. I bet it would look all really nice buffed out. And we should probably do that. I guess we should try to find out what year it actually is. Let's check the pots. Right? It's probably the next best way to figure it out. I don't think they did the... I mean, it says 81 on the serial number. Were these accurate serial numbers at this point? I don't know. Let's see. Where's the... So, I'm trying to see here. Let's get, you guys can zoom in too. There we go. So 131, or wait, 137 here. Let's turn this around so we can see it like this. And then we'll go over here. Maybe. Where's the one we can see? Nope, that's not gonna work. So it's 137, 7908. So does that mean the pots are 79? 79 on the other ones I can see. I don't know what those have solder in the way. But both the tone pots say 137, 7908. What year is it? Maybe that pickup was a 79 on there? It certainly looked like a 7 more than a 9. Well, interesting. We're going to have to get with the store guys and see what they think. Because, yeah, serial number says 81. Pickup says 77. Pots say 79. It's going to be one of those three numbers, but I bet it makes a difference in the value. I'm lowering these more just so I don't hit them with sanding blocks and stuff like that. I'm going to replace the frets. I'm going to do all that first. And, ooh, those are pretty stiff. Wow. There we go. Let's take this to see if these come out. Come on, out. No, not gonna come out. Love this one. If these will come out, it'll make it that much easier to buff. But they seem pretty stuck in there, so I don't know if I want to risk having chips. We don't want this out of the way. Okay, I think we're good for this side of things. Yeah. This over here, screws so I don't lose them. And let's tape off these pickups just so I don't hit them with sanding blocks or whatever, just to be safe. I want to scratch up these old pickups of this 77, 9, 81, whatever it might be. Deluxe. What do you guys think it is? Is that a thing they did? They just have old parts sitting around and just use them in different years? All right, I need a sanding block. We're just going to scuff up the frets. Yeah, I don't even think, I was going to try to, no, not doing it. I was going to see if I could just level these frets and keep them original, but the neck is pretty wavy. I don't want to do that. We're going to pull them. Oh, I should have turned on my soldering iron. All right, so what I'm going to do, pull out some frets. We'll do this all in time-lapse mode since it's long and boring, but I'll do a couple just to show you guys how it's going to go. And let's see, while our soldering iron is heating up, we'll pop these out. What am I going to need? We're going to need this, and that's just about it. Right, we're almost there. It's heating up. I know, should have done it earlier. Boring. Might as well take this time to say, hey, if you guys enjoy this type of content, I do have others. You know, I have hundreds of videos on my channel. And so I appreciate people going back and checking out the old stuff. Give it a like, give it a watch, whatever. Do all the YouTube-y things, you know, subscribe and liking, all that fun stuff. And if you want me to work on your thing, feel free to stop into, there it is, The Music Techs in Manchester, New Hampshire, 603-625-6110. I'd love to work on your stuff. Maybe not necessarily me. We do have other techs that work here, but if it's a cool piece, I might even make a video on it. We had a customer give us a call just the other day and was going to send us a guitar from, where did he say he's from? I don't know, but it was a place where I was like, you don't have anybody in your area? Apparently not. So thanks, man. Hope you're watching. And when your guitar gets here, we'll treat it right. Anyway, soldering iron is heated up. And this is what we're going to do. Just like this. Watch this. And I know solder's dangerous. Don't. Thanks, Captain Safety. Just like this, like that. See that? You guys seeing? Here, I'll zoom in after that. Get it nice, and when the solder gets all bubbly, here we go. Oh yeah, this will come right out. What it does is it softens up any glue, and it also makes the wood pliable so it doesn't chip. So we don't want chips. Chips are bad. Here, let's zoom in. We'll do another one. More zoom. More zoom. More. There we go. How about right there? There we go. We'll do a few right there. How about that? So here we go. We'll start up here. Normally I lay solder down on the whole board, and just so I don't have to keep going back and forth, but however you want to do it, doesn't really matter. You don't have to use solder, but it makes it faster. Some people use water or just the soldering iron on its own. I find this way works fastest. Oop. end is really flat. Here we go, right across. There's so much glue under those and finger schmaltz. Like that. Alright, we'll do this one here, and then you guys get the idea how this is supposed to go. And I'm going to try to get closest to original spec as we can. First I'm going to plane it out a little bit, just get rid of any unevenness in the wood with a 12-inch block, which is probably isn't a 12-inch radius. I know, take your caps lock off. Every Gibson's 12-inch, blah, 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 blah. No, they're not. More often than not, they're closer to 14, but let's see what this one actually is. Here, let's see, just for curiosities. Sometimes they are 12. Now see? Look. This one's closer to 12 than it's going to be to 14, but it's not perfectly 12 either. Especially as you move up the board, there's gaps in the outside edge. Let's see how close we are to 14. No, see, that's too much. Too much. Too much. So this one could be narrower a little bit. And there we go. This one, I mean, there's a little bit of a gap. This one could be closer to 10. They're never dead on 12. Yeah, this one's probably closer to 10 than it is 12. So we'll go 12. But see, they're never super accurate. All right. I guess we're gonna time lapse the rest of this. So we'll swing out like that, and ready, set, time lapse. All right, so let's take a look here. We just pulled all those out. They're still really hot. We're not going to save these or make a block with a bunch of holes in it for that type of silliness. Here, let's swing out a little bit. But yeah, looks good. No chips. There's some marks from where the barbs went in, but there's no actual chips happening. Next, we're going to take a Dremel tool. Well, actually, no. At some point, we're going to take a Dremel tool and recut the slots, but first we're going to level out the board with a 12-inch block. And maybe I may hit it with a 14 up here just to knock the middles down a little bit. Shh. You can't be negative. Yep. All right, and I know this is going to get me, crap in the comments, but why with left hand? Do you see a left-handed piano? Jimi Hendrix did it. I don't care. Just play this. Look, lefties. This is the hand that does things. This hand does all this stuff. All this, right? All that stuff. This hand. Which hand would be better to be like your dominant? Like, wouldn't it only make sense? I swear, it's the people that are I used to work with a guy who called them militant left-handed. It's like, I have to do everything backwards. It's like, did you get into your left-handed car when you came over? Did you go to your left-handed bank? I mean, I am going to put left-handed frets in this because you have to. I mean, if you don't do that, it won't work right. So we are going to put left-handed frets into this guitar, even though, right-handed frets would probably work, but somewhere they would know. I've done it before, and a lefty called me out on it, and had to pull all the frets out and put, the correct left-handed frets in there. I'm not using my left-handed files on this, but I think we're going to be okay. I think they'll work. I might hold it upside down or something, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I have a left-handed hammer. Not sure if I have a full set of left-handed screwdrivers, but I think we'll be okay as long as we have the left-handed frets. I forgot to check if these were left-handed pickups. That's going to make a difference. Yeah, let me go get some left-handed frets. We'll be right back. Ready, set, pause. All right, I found some. I know we're not time for fretting yet, but you know, we have custom made left-handed frets from StewMac. So thanks guys for coming through. You have to get a lot more left-handed guitars to use up all this stuff, but appreciate StewMac with their left-handed fret wire. That's the only place I get my left-handed fret wire is StewMac. So thanks guys, you really came through for us. All right, let's get my right-handed sanding block. All right, so here's our right-handed. Let's see how is it hitting all straight across? I don't think so. I guess some new paper for this, pretty worn. Yeah, this one is. Yeah, this looks like it was probably closer to a 10. They probably didn't have a left-handed 12 at the factory, so, you know, that's probably why. I need more sandpaper. All right, we got fresh strip of 220 on there. Let's take. See, they won't even give you a left-handed truss rod cover. Or is that left-handed? Is it backwards? I don't know. I don't know. But let's see if this truss rod feels all right. I'll set it at neutral. How's our neck look? Not bad. A little bit of bump at the end. So let's see if we can get rid of that, shall we? Probably going to time lapse this out also. Just going to involve a lot of this motion. You know what I mean? Oh, let's take that nut out of there. Has it been out before? It looks like it's been out before, so it'll probably come right out with a little tap. If not, I can heat it if it doesn't look like it's gonna play nice, but there it goes. I heard it move, I think. Yep, it's wiggling. Let's see if I can pull it out with the pullers. There we go. Oh, did we have tone cardboard underneath it? I love when they put tone cardboard underneath it. Oh, they did. Why do people do this? Look at this. Do not put paper or cardboard under that. It's soft material. Stop doing this. Stop it. All right, we'll fix that afterwards. But probably have to replace this anyway. Yeah, okay. So now let's go back on to the leveling side of this. I may not even show the whole process. I might just pause and turn the fan back on. It's still really hot in here. I noticed in the last video that you could hear the fan, so I have it off now, but it's going to come back on soon. Mornings aren't so bad, but once that sun really hits the building, whew, we're hoping our AC would get fixed, you know, yesterday. But here we are, still sweating. Yeah, see that? Definitely was not a true 12. I'm going to take the opportunity right now to fill in this gouge or whatever the heck it is, and maybe some of these finger chunks. Definitely this. These aren't terrible, but yeah, this thing is not okay. So I'm just going to pull a little bit of sawdust, kind of wipe it in there like that. There we go. And then a little bit of super glue. Where is it? You guys see what's happening? Yep. All right, cool. A little bit of that right there. There. Wow, look at that was odd. It like drew itself out. Huh. I'll hit it with some accelerator. That should be good enough. The rest of those might sand out anyway with the sanding block. All right, so we'll continue with this. Yeah, try it here for a while. Here, we'll do this for a while. And back to time lapse. And we'll see you at the next part. Ready, set, time lapse. All right, so board is pretty well leveled out. Much better than it was. I don't want to keep going too deep because I can see I'm starting to cut into these inlays, and these are much thinner than they appear. So I don't want to go through them. We're way better than it was, and it'll still come out really nice. Oh yeah. So we're gonna take one of our left-handed frets, and you have to open left-handed frets from the bottom of the package. Otherwise, you can't do it from the other way. So we're gonna take out 3 pieces here. That should be enough. That. Put the special left-handed packaging back on there. And now we basically set. Oh, see, left-handed frets fell on the floor. We need that to be just about the right depth, and it's not. So sometimes this takes a second to get this right. Let's try that. Set. Yep, we're good. Okay. Always tighten this down with a pair of pliers. Here we go. And here we're going to plug this in. And this is really easy. Just here, you guys ready? Zoom in a little bit. There we go. Again, I'll do the first few, and then we'll time lapse the rest. All right, looking nice. What that does is clears out any old glue, and if the bottoms are uneven, if you had to level the board, you've brought the tops down, the bottoms are now closer. So if you try to just hammer frets in there, usually Gibson fret slots are really deep, you don't have to worry about it as much, but there could be crap in there. So always, always, always clear your fret slots. You'll have much better fret jobs after that. All right, on to time lapse. All right, now that our slots are all cut, I'm going to sand a little bit more because it always leaves a little bit of a ridge. So I'm going to hit this a few more times with some 220, and then I'm going to hit it with some higher grit sandpaper. Good, we got our sanding block, we'll just do this. All right, now that is nice and smooth. And one other thing I like to do, even if I've already used the Dremel, is use this to get in there and see if there's any chunks still in there, because there could be. And it also gives you a chance to feel the bottom of the fret slot, make sure they're all cut. Maybe you missed one. Go. Dropping stuff, careful. There we Next, we gotta bend our fret wire. And with this gizmo here, I'm just gonna go over here, spin it around. Right here. Let's see how close we are. Ooh, that might be pretty close. Okay. That's a little too much, actually. A little bit too much. Where's our... We'll dial it back just a bit. We'll try there. That's probably better. Okay. Let's take our overbent piece and rebend it a little bit straighter. Let's just kind of hold back on it and it'll correct it. Here we go, a couple of times. There we go, I like it. Oh yeah. Let's see, are we all the same? I think we're all the same. Here, we'll get you guys spinning your back around. So then we got our frets. Perfect. I like it. Actually, might spin those just a little more. Yeah, let's give those just a little more. Just a little. Hold on. Doing this off camera. Pause. All right, nobody's here yet. Got our tools ready. So first thing you do, you guys seen this before, but you cut off like the first inch. First inch doesn't do anything for anyone. And now, let's see, about that much. That's about good. And watch here. Then we do this. I just don't want to do it over the guitar, so make them about the same size. Like that. And the reason you cut off the first inch is because it's still flat on the ends. And you don't want anything flat to be at the end, because then that end will lift up when you go and put it in. There we go. This one we can get away with that. There we go. That last piece. Then we're going to take our nippers, put that in there like that, and then it does that. And you do a couple of those till you get the proper amount of overhang. Oh, come on now. And then over here, other side. And that. Okay, looking good. That might be a little too narrow. Yeah, that one will go up there somewhere. I overcut it because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. But that's why you start at this end. If you start up here, when you overcut them, you're screwed. So always start on this end. Here, we'll do another one. Maybe I'll pay attention a little better this time. That. And that. And probably right around there. That's probably pretty close. Yep, nailed it. So yeah, usually I'm pretty good at guessing the right widths. All right, so now we need a couple other things. Okay, we're gonna need this and something to pound on and something to pound with. We'll need a hammer. That. Whoops. Usually I cut all my frets first, but since I want to show you guys the process, I'll just do a few. And take this, put that there, and this there. What that does, it acts like a dead blow into the lead shot. Now we do this, like this. There we go. We'll sink this one in while we got it right there. And I like hammering better than pressing because you could hear when I bottom out. And I just like doing it that way. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll keep clipping those, and yeah, see how it's done. Next part, we'll glue them. We'll glue the ends, and then I'll clip the ends, and we'll trim the ends, and then we'll level, and then, you know, we should be just about done at that point. So see you at the next part. All right, so now frets are in, and we don't need the bag of shot anymore, I don't think. Let's put it back up on this thing. And now what we do is we check them, and we look for high spots. A few minor clicks is fine, but when you get really clicky spots, like I might, that one's not too bad. Let's give it a little tap, see if it gets better. There we go. There's one. Better. I can live with that. Nope, not that side. Sometimes you have to hold down the ends. I might do that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to hold down the ends. And how I do that is we need this. And hold on, we need some of this, which is some carbon fiber. Normally goes in the neck, but what we do here is we put it over the fret ends. We need some tape. You don't want it moving all over the place like that, like that. And let's see, another spot like up here will be fine. That'll do, right? Just don't want it to move. I'm trying to put the block down. You'll see. You'll see what I'm doing in a second. Okay. Now we're going to put this down like this. All right, I don't need that on there. We got to get rid of that overhang. Okay. Like that. Like that. Like that. Now we need some clamps. All right. Put this clamp on here. Just like this. There we go. And what this does is it holds all the ends down at the same time. And I can glue them down all at the same time. Like that. I gotta get a better clamp. This one doesn't have a good pad. I don't want to do any damage. Clamp pads are getting pretty beat up. I think this one's all right. that. Okay. Now we can flip all this business right over like this. And this is how we glue in our fret ends. I gotta find a way for this to sit properly. There we go, just like that. And then we go in with some, oops, that one loosened up. That's not good. There. And we go in with our ultra thin super glue. And I basically use the fret ends as glue chutes. Like that. And if you're careful, oh, it's in a kind of awkward spot with the clamps on this side. Like that. Like that. You should always, always, always glue in your frets. And do it like this, you get much less spillage because it just kind of naturally draws that super glue right under the fret end. And with the bar and those pieces of carbon fiber, keeps it all straight. Don't get any gaps. Uh-oh. I think my gimbal just died. So you guys, whatever you're looking at, hold on one sec. Because I gotta finish this, and then I'll help you. All right. Yep. It shut off. He's dead. So let's pause and get you out of there. Okay, now that we got you in the other holder, get my accelerator. Now we got to get to the other side. Okay, like that. And I think I can leave it like that. That should be okay. You guys see what's happening, kinda? What was that? And there you go. Same process, just up and down. Don't worry about getting a little bit of glue on the edge of the board. It'll clean right up when you go and do your fret ends. It'll be fine. There we go. Okay, now I gotta switch. You guys gotta come over on this side. Okay. Oops. There we go. There we go. Okay, got it. And that's how you lock all your fret ends down uniformly. Let's pick this back up without stabbing myself. Right now we're at what I like to call the fender level of fret sprout. This is what you normally see on any USA Strat. about this much overhang. Okay, that back off there, and that, and this. I got a little bit on the board, not much. That first one kind of got it. That's okay. Mostly nothing. Cool. I got a little bit of spill on that one, but that's not very bad at all. So overall, pretty clean. I like it. Now, I clip all these. After this, I'll clean up all the metal debris on my bench, and we're gonna go full time lapse. And I don't know, maybe not much of it. It's pretty hot in here right now, and I really want that fan back on. So we might be done for recording for today. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It is Friday, and usually it's busy as soon as the shop opens, which is going to be in about 10 minutes. So, yeah, I'm sure I'm going to have to stop here in a little bit to do other shop things. And I'll continue this recording later. Maybe when I come back in on Monday. It might be in tomorrow. I don't remember. But for sure Monday. Would like to get this video out today. And there we go. Good place to stop for now. And look at that mess. Look at all that. Look at those. That's gonna scratch up that guitar. Oh no. But all right, I'm gonna take a break right here. All right, some time has passed, and a few days, in fact, and this is where we're at. I'm not sure where we stopped before, but I've polished these out to 600 grit. I'm gonna hit them with some steel wool, and then we're gonna go back on the buffer. And yeah, then we're going to put this old left-tastic guitar all back together for all those lefties out there, because you couldn't play guitar correctly. What? Anyway, I know I'm gonna get hate in the comments for that, but you don't see any left-handed pianos, do you? Nope. So we'll let's see. Let's get some. Where is it? We'll get our steel wool. I know. Steel wool. But look, see, pickups are all covered. Don't worry. Bad steel wool won't hurt the pickups. I'll just time lapse this. We probably got a long enough video as it is, but yeah, ready, set, time lapse. All right, frets have been polished out as much as I want to do by hand. Next, we're going to go into the buffer, but I'm going to get all this prepped before we go out there, so I can buff the body. Also, we're going to take all the hardware off. Come on. Okay. Get our custom-made knob puller. Oh, there we go. How many of you guys use this trick now, huh? Oh. I think that's the second time I've smacked you guys doing this. And it's because it's left-handed, obviously. But do we not shut it off? Okay, sometimes I hit it and it gets shut off, but not this time. All right, let's see. It'd be nice if those big fat bushings would come out. Let's see if they will. Give it a little gentle persuasion. What do we think? Nice to get up all in there. These are all right. I don't think I want to take those out. We'll see. We'll give it a little, again, a gentle. Let's see here, ready? Try a trick. piece of brass down in. Take this like that. And there it is. And let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. No problemo. You need some. Wait. Ready? Trigger warning. Ooh, I need more electrons in this. It's almost dead. All right. Let's see if I can pull this out without more. Might need another piece. Yep. Luckily. Where is it? Uh-oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Have another chunk. In, ready, and send it. Look at that. Magic. Take those out again. Here, let's do it again. Ready? One. And I don't think it's a little too tall to do both at once, so I'm going to do it as a two-step process. Come on. There we go. Right. Ooh, more powers. Oh boy. Oh, there. I was looking at the bottom and not at the top. Ready? Oh, and it's out. All right. Oop, it's stuck. That'll never come out. Never come out again. There it is. Got it. Okay. Let's see if I can leverage those out. That would be nice to be able to buff that thing out proper like. Here, we'll get this here block. Where is the ones on? Right here. Maybe I'll try it right like this. Oh yeah. There we go. No problemo. Okay, I thought those would be a whole lot more difficult. Right here. And we can also add a ground wire at this point because it probably doesn't have one, which is crazy. Oh wait, no. Is it missing? Look at that. I think it's missing. I don't know if there's a ground wire in there. Turn on that soldering iron so we can add one if need be. Okay. Look at all that tone crud. In. There we are. Come on. There. Look at that. That's where your tones are, right in the filth. Okay. Let's get these back off. And this. All right. That's crusty also. Very crusty. And we'll take this little piece off so I can pop that switch all the way through. Let go. Alright, now let's give this a quick cleaning and then we'll be ready for some serious buffage. Did I do the headstock? Oh, the headstock's pretty nasty, but I don't know if I want to risk pulling out that old lacquer up there. I don't know if I want to do that. As Be real careful around this over here. But I do not want to pull off all that. Oops, I'm touching the mothers. That's not good. Yeah, crap all over myself. There we go. But yeah, the headstock logo is very chippy looking, and I don't want to make it worse. Pull out chunks of lacquer. That would be bad. All right, let's that. Try to buff out all the plastics. And I think also we got to put a nut on this thing because that one's probably going to be very too short. All right, plastics. And let's see if I can grab you guys with the plastics. Take a drink of coffee. Oh yeah. And grabbing the guitar. Oop, more polish. I missed some polish. There we go. All right. Let's go this way. Back to the big tool room. Okay, we'll go over here first. Here we'll hang this guy right here. There we go. Put our plastics safely on the bandsaw. All right, and let's drop you guys down. Do this first. Up. All right. All right, we are back from the buffage. Look how much these inlays have shrunk over the years. Look at those gaps. They're still holding, so I'm not going to mess with them. They didn't come out with the air gun. Also, look how shiny those frets are. So shiny. Yeah, check out how shiny everything is. This finish buffed up really nicely. Let's pull that, put it all back together. Sound good to you? I thought so. Oh, look at that. See that? I don't know if they just forgot, but there's the ground hole. I remember seeing a ground wire going in there. Is there a little tiny one? Maybe there is that little thread-like wire. Oh, I guess there is. Boy, that thing's tiny. That's what she said. There's a little teeny tiny ground wire. Let's see if it actually is making contact. Is it there? Oh, I guess it is there. I guess it's there. Here, let's blow out some more tone dust. Yeah. A lot of that was just from the buffer. Oh, I guess there is a little wire in there. That's neat. Okay, where must that go? Let's see, the dirtier side went up here. There we go. Find where they kind of lock in. There we are. Those weren't really in there all that tight at all. Give them a couple of love taps. There we are. Nice. Also stick these back in. There we go. And yaw. Saw that, it'll be fine. Okay, got those back in there. Let's pop these back up through. We'll make sure that ground. Ow! I was stabbed. Make Make sure that ground is grounding. This flippin' thing here. Stab me. Okay, where's my... I need my multimeter. Multimeter. It's French. Okay. Show... Oh, good. Good. We got ground. Excellente. So let's put our rusty pieces back on here, because you know the tone is in the rust. And then we'll spray out these pots. And I think I already did spray them once, but they probably could use it again. Oh no! Losing vintage parts and pieces. Got it. Come on, there. And una más. Okay. All right. And yeah, let's give these things another bath. Let's see if I can get inside that tub thing. Maybe. That probably didn't do a dang thing. But this will help. And switch. Okay. Back in there like that. That back on there, that piece. If you don't have one of these things, get one. Come on. Go in the right position. There we go. Perfect. That probably should be cream. See if I can find an old cream one. Probably have one kicking around somewhere. All right, I'm gonna wait to put all these covers on so I know everything functions. And we don't need the pick guard on yet. It's just in the way. Let's soak this down with some naphtha. Clean off all the buffer boogers. Okay. Now let's put some feeding wax on there. Howard's, so you know it's good. Here, we'll go over on this side. It's a nice chunk of wood on this. So let's see here. I'm gonna let this soak for a minute. Pause video and have some coffee. So ready, set, pause. All right, get you guys in the other holder. We'll do it like this for the rest of the video, and then you'll be already positioned for the tone test, where you guys can watch my extensive and amazing, frankly, ability to play left-handed guitars backwards. I'm like a modern Michelangelo Badio. It is Badio, by the way. I've made sure to tell us that at the seminar that I teched for him, where he was hawking those terrible Dean guitars. Oh my God, those things are crapola. But dude he was nice, very nice guy. Good salesman. You give him that.
Kind of talks like that, you know. My name's Michael Angel Badio, like radio.
That's what he would say. Radio like radio. Anyway. But yeah, that was like one of the last events that Blue Mountain Guitar did while they were in their New London location before they screwed over the landlords there and moved. And then screwed over the landlords where they moved to. That's kind of what they did. Now they're all done. They're gone. No more. But yeah, they did a seminar thing because that was one of the only brands left that would give them products. It was Dean. So I guess he had a signature model or something, and they had me set up a bunch of their Floydy things, and he did his shred thing and his backwards guitar playing thing. It was entertaining. He was cool to the audience. I mean, it was like, I think like 8 people showed up, but he was nice to him. Definite pro. Oh man, I really want to buff that head. I think I'm gonna have to buff that headstock. That is so gross. I mean, look at that. Yeah. In fact, ready? We're gonna do some magic. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Bam. Magic. All right. Now, I should have put you guys in the other holder because we're gonna put those tuning machines back on. Oh, maybe I'll just flip it around. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just do this. Don't lose that screw or scratch up this guitar anymore. We'll just do this. It's a lefty. We might as well all work backwards today, right? Don't mind me clunking my tools. Get all this, getting the paperwork out of the way. Okay. All right. Whoop. I need you back like that. Okay. That looks a lot better. These probably, yeah, these didn't come out too hard. They just kind of push in like that. Ooh, that one's a little tight. I have to give that one a little bit of a love tap. Yep. All right, we're gonna take this, we'll set it right here on the pad. Which other ones need a little bit of convincing? There. There. Alright, we all good? Ooh, no, that one needs a little bit more. There we are. There. Got it. Okay. And all those people who are, oh, he had a hammer. Oh no. That hammer's worked on more guitars than you have. Oh, look at that. It comes right apart. Guess we can get some Earl in there. These tuners look cool, but they're really crappy. They're definitely not my favorite. Okay. And this is the exciting parts. Here, I'll even use my drill left-handed, because that's just how we roll around here. Turn the torque down. I don't think we need this all the way up to impact level, just in case. I would never use a drill on a guitar. You're gonna ruin it. Oops. almost missed that one. There we go. All right, tuner's back in. Flip this back around. We're just about ready to restringify this here old Gibson Les Paul. Okay. I want to think, no, the pots are not wired backwards, right? No, Gibson's like, screw you lefties. Other companies will, even Epiphone, I think, wires their pots backwards for all those leftastic people out there, but Gibson's like, nope. These cool old knobs appear to be pretty original. Maybe they might not be original to the guitar, but they look period correct. Let's see. Put this back on there. Okay, maybe we'll see if I can find if we can magically turn this into a cream one. What do you think? Think we can change just the tip? I think we got one. There we go. Oh, is that stripped? Oh no, that one's stripped. We need to either glue this one or find another one. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's gone now anyway. All right, we finally found one that looks nice and dirty. There we go. And now we're gonna need some, oh, we need a nut. We need a nut. That's right, I doubt very much this one would work, especially after I clean out the cardboard underneath it. Here, let's flip this around again. Tools out of the way. That way you guys can see. Here we go. There we go. All right. Yeah, see, look. Look at that. Cardboard in the nut slot. That's not what you want. Nothing says tone like a substance that thuds. And I know people use whatever they have around, a piece of business card or whatever, but don't. Just don't do it. Then, you know, you gotta see some idiot like me online calling you out on it. Whoever did this probably watching now, being like, I'm sorry. All right, I think we've got there. Oh, a chunk there. There we go. There, I think we're good. Get all the cardboard out of there. Yeah, that nut is 100% going to be too short. What did they use? Rubber cement? Ah, it's like gummy on the front of the nut. I think we still got more cardboard. Or whatever that is. I mean, it's just the old glue. Yeah, it's just some old glue, I think. Right. Yeah. Okay. I have some kind of half pre-cut Gibson nuts. I'll grab one of those, put a bone nut on it. Is this, oh, that's another material. Oh, that's what that was. So we had cardboard and plastic in there. That must have been, I don't know why my guitar isn't ringing out like it should. What a hack-ass tech did that. Okay, I think we have prepped this surface enough, gotten all the crap out of it. Right. I'm just about positive that that'll be way too low. Well, let's check it with the... It's all the way down. Yep. Let's check it with the pencil. I'm pretty sure we're going to be... Yeah, that one's... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd be filling those and recutting them and messing around. Nope. We're going to go get a bone. Ready, set, pause. There it is. Our all parts nut. It's way too tall as is. You know, it's cut for right hand. We're just going to cut it for lefty. Will it fit in there? Oop, I'll try putting it in the right way. Look at that. Nice. So we're just going to cut this down to the line. And this is how you do that. Take a flat pencil, see? Flat pencil trick. And then you have your, if you go right down to that line, you'll be a little high still, in my experience. And then you can dial it in when you get it on the guitar. So let's do that. All right, where's my, I need my jeweler's vise. This is one of my favorite little tools. Picked up at a yard sale. Goes right in there like, oh, come on now. Tighten her up, and now, here, we'll swing it around to this other vise. Ready? All right, we had to switch holders because you guys weren't going to get the right angle, the dangle on that. Okay, so we're working backwards. So this is going to be our low string. Let's open that up a little bit first. So that's the high. All right, how about I time lapse this part? Here, ooh, get a better angle. Here we go, right centered there. Okay, let me turn it a little bit. And time lapse. Okay, some more time has passed. Another whole 24-ish hours. We got interrupted before I could do the final tone test, and I just never got back to it. So, I don't think I've intonated it yet. Put a nut on it, a bone nut. I haven't quite finished that up yet. I need to fill in this, put a little super glue on the edge there, and that'll come right into it. And beyond that, let's check. I think, let's see, where did I leave it? Like, not quite set up yet. All right, let's plug her in. But it is all back together. Buffed it all out. Look at that, all nice and shiny. Yeah. Even if it's leftastic, leftacular, leftasmal. I'll try to make it as good as it possibly can be, which I think needs a little bit of relief, actually. Now that it's set for 24 horrors. Let's see here. Back off truss run a little bit. That's a bit more. There we are. It's better. Much more better. Oh yeah, we're still using Bosch. Oh. Okay, now let's check our intonations. Ooh, that is a flat. Very flat. I got another really cool Gibson coming up for the next video. Those of you who have stuck around this long are going to get a little preview. What do you think of that? That looks pretty good. So, let's do some guesswork here. I'm going to say, come on. There it is. If that one's there, come on. The problem is I'm not using a left-handed screwdriver on this. I forgot to bring, I have a collection at home. All my left-handed tools, I usually don't use them. But I was going to bring it in. It would have made this a lot easier. A little bit more. There we go. We're fortunate that the case is also left-handed. Oh, there we go. Sorry, the knobs aren't. Oh, by the way, the volume fluctuations. Let's see if it'll do it. My reliable old Cube 30 is, I think, finally starting to become a little less reliable. I've checked all the connections. It's something inside, maybe a jack or something, but I'm ignoring. Hear it? I'm ignoring my own projects for now. That's still a little flat. So at some point, I'm going to have to trade that amp out or have one of our amp guys get into it. But I can't complain too much. I basically have that thing on for 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, plus more. There we go. But it's starting to get more and more annoying. I used to only do that like every once in a while just to make me question my wiring. Now it does it. Wow, that can't be that flat. I don't believe it. Okay, all right. Well, that's why they have this wider throw bridge on here, because a regular one probably wouldn't even have intonated. I mean, they weren't really known for super accurate bridge placements in this era, even on right-handed guitars. So lefties, good luck. That's probably going to move also. It's still a little, was the E still flat? Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty in. The B seems still a little bit flat. Shouldn't be much more than that. There's no way the G is going to be in front of the B. It's just not going to happen. It's not how things work on guitars. Oop. There we go. There we go. Got it. All right. We'll call that good. Let's see. Do nut slots are good. What else? What else? What else do we need to do? That seems a little unbalanced. Let's adjust that. Put that down just a little more. There we go. That's good. All right. I think we just have to dress up this end here a little bit. Or did that one not need it? No, oh, that's what it was. I was feeling that chip, and I'm not going to fill all this in. I'm going to leave it alone. So I think we might be, yeah, that nut is good. All right, let's get you guys in the other holder. We'll do a little tone. Oh, no, that's right. We want to show the preview. Ready? Let's go out back. Here we go. Check this thing out. It's going to be cool. I don't think I've ever, I think I've set them up before, but I've never really worked on them. Where is it? Where did it go? Was it this? Let me see if it was this. No. Who moved my stuff? Uh-oh. Where? Uh-oh. Hold on. I gotta... Things have been moved. Did I pull it out already? Okay. Maybe it was this. Was this? Yes, it was this. Okay, here. Sorry. Oh, that's only got one latch in the case here. We'll pull this out. I was looking for a more Gibson-y looking case. Here, we'll put this right on top of the trash bin. Okay, ready? What do you guys think it is? It's a square Gibson case. See? Ready? What is it? Oh, look at that. It's a Gibson Victory. You guys ever seen or played one of these before? Huh? But yeah, this is going to be featured in the next video. So stay tuned. All right, that's all you get in this one. Right in the trash. Okay. Now, we'll put you guys in the other holder, and we'll do a tone test on this. And if I haven't said so yet, if you want me to work on your cool vintage whatever thing, call us at The Music Techs in Manchester, Hampshire? 603-625-6110. We would love to work on your guitar, and I might even make a video about it. All right, end of shameless self-promotion. On to tone test. All right, promised you. Little cat hair on myself there. You're gonna see my fantastic left-handed guitar playing abilities. Roll these up. Huh? Oh. All right, well, once we can at least hear these a little bit, right? Boy, that amp's getting bad. All right, let's see what we can do here. First, check the frets. like the album, right?